we will send you the information that the rent has been paid or that payment has been received. Now, if you notice that, yes, at this time the sender ended up going to PayPal to approve that payment. But after some time, the customer might feel that, you know what, the rental application looks trustworthy. I trust this guy. So let me sign up for pre-approval payments, which means that every month I authorize you to charge me a certain amount for my rent. And then, the sender is not even in the picture. The rental app is going to make that call and get a confirmation. The money is going to move instant at that point. Let's talk about adaptive accounts. So obviously, we did talk about how you guys can leverage PayPal APIs and how you can help build this Khurram apps. But your merchant who you're trying to go and sell this is going to say, that's all great, but how many PayPal users or how many PayPal accounts you guys have? So the whole notion is that you need to have a PayPal account. So this is where the adaptive account APIs come into picture that, hey, if you already have a customer who has minimum information, we will use this web services to create an account for you. So it does not mean that I have to get hold of every of my customers and say, hey guys, can you please sit down and go to this PC and log in and open a PayPal account. We'll create that through the web service. And that's the beauty about adaptive account web services. So basically, the user is going to, application call is going to make them an offer that you want to open a PayPal account. And he's going to say yes. So he will create this request and he will get back a return URL. And then he will just go in. So he just goes in one time to PayPal. The only thing that we cannot share with anybody is obviously the authentication, which is your password. So he just goes to PayPal once to create a password, a security question, which is done on PayPal, and then back he is. So now his account is created. Very streamlined process. You don't have to really, go through that cumbersome 4 or 5 step process where you need to open an account. You can go and do that through the web services. Use cases for adaptive accounts, small businesses, of course. It has a new employee enrollment. As I mentioned, if you guys want to build a payroll application for a small startup, this could be created. We can do all the requests. We can create a PayPal account through the website, through the web services. Marketplace, of course, has onboarding buyers, right? If you want to open a marketplace saying, hey, why don't you use PayPal to pay? And this guy's like, I don't have a PayPal account. So it's simple. We already have your information. We'll just create one for you. And all you guys do is just choose your password and security question on PayPal's website. And also social media, right? A lot of buzz about social media and games these days, that if you have a game and somebody who's playing it and you want to monetize your business using PayPal, just use those web services to create an account. So now what's coming next for the adaptive account is that we're creating business account. We're also doing ad funding source, credit card and bank. And also the verifying account status, that if you want to call a web service and say, what's the status of this account? If it's active, if it's inactive, that would be another web service that we would provide. The IPN, as I mentioned, it's a good way to actually design your business model. So what you do is you provide a URL in the request, and then every time the payment is done, you get notified to that URL. Basically what you're saying is, okay, you can design a business model that if that payment happens successfully, go ahead and disperse this to this end customer. So a lot of people in the US rely on the IPNs. They actually use IPNs for their business model. Now obviously you get other sources of information and notification as well. But if you guys do not want to monitor that, your business, why would you? Because it's an online business. You just create an application. So you can run that, a business rule that if you receive the IPN and if it's successful, just go ahead and process that payment. Reporting, we have transaction search and retail API, external reporting, and you as a merchant would also get a lot of reporting tools that you could be able to leverage. So using PayPal APIs, so these are the different things, the message formats that we do so for MVP, JSON, XML, it works. And we also have open source SDKs and toolkits in Java, PHP, .NET, Ruby on Rails for Fusion, Apex, and mobile embedded payments libraries. So this is something new that we just launched. There's a big emphasis on mobile in the Indian market, as I mentioned why, just for obvious reasons. And also a big emphasis on micropayments. So if you guys understand micro and macro payments, the fundamental difference is that the small iterations is what defines the micro payment industry, right? So let's say that you were making payments, let's say friends, right? You created a social networking app for college students for IIS, and every evening these guys go out for dinner, and then let's assume that one of the person pays, and then everybody pitches in to make sure that they have an equal share. So you guys create this. Now, me as a friend, I say, oh, I owe you like 20 rupees or 50 rupees, whatever that is. But that's a significantly small amount to be processed online, because there's a cost, right? Because whenever you're using a credit card to purchase a 10 rupee transaction, the merchant might end up paying like 50 or 100 rupees for that 10 rupees. So it's not doable. So that's where the micropayments is going to help a lot. So we actually introduced the micropayments, which is going to address those gaps. So basically, it's pretty much what I have today. The biggest factor, I guess, is that we operate in 190 countries and operate in 24 currencies, and actually counting. It's going by the second. One of the great things that you guys can perhaps do is create this application and then launch it globally and have users use it. It costs about 1.2 cents to create a penny. So the cost of actual production of that is more than the actual value of the penny. So things of physical cash is slowly disappearing. It's all about electronic cash. It's all about electronic cash moving forward. So you guys want to definitely take advantage of this, because the best part about these APIs are they're absolutely free. It does not cost anything, because we're not here to sell you this as a product. We are here to sell this as a solution. Because the whole notion about the adaptive payment APIs when we design is that how can I help a developer, let's say in Vietnam, who has excellent skill set in composing music, but he's not able to sell that to a person who's residing in San Diego. And that's the problem, right? Because he must have great talent, but he can't monetize his business. And this is where the APIs are going to help, because it's not geography specific. You can actually trade overseas with this. So I'm just going to play a quick video to show you where we're going from here, and hopefully it's going to be fun. As I mentioned, the objective is that to get this, it should not be specific to an online solution. It should be agnostic to anything. I'll take questions after the video, and hopefully it works. So let me just pause there from the external audio. Yeah. Sorry guys. Do that one more time.
Some things will never change. We will continue to buy bread and crush it with milk. Love will still be the greatest feeling in the world. But it's not the worst feeling in the world. A drink will still be a nice ending to a rough day. And the perfect beginning to a great night. Families will still have their favorite meals. And moms will still make them best. Some things will never change. Thanks to you,